guys, I'm Mia. In the race to streamline the 4K workflow, Atomos is the first manufacturer to leap into the market with a portable external recorder capable of capturing 4K footage. The Shogun is aimed at those working in high-end video production. We paired it with the Sony a7S to give it a test run. In this video, we're going to go over the Shogun's display, recording capabilities, media options, ports, and helpful features. Plus, we'll show you everything that comes with the device and how it's packaged. First off, I have to say that the Shogun's 7-inch 1920 by 1200 touchscreen display is beautiful. I had a sense of exactly what was being captured. All of your settings and menus are easily accessed by touch, and you can simply clear the display by tapping the screen once to see only what's being captured without all of the menus. And the screen can be color calibrated. But this display is very reflective, so working outside in bright sunlight is challenging. Atomos says a dedicated sun hood is in the works. Now let's talk about the Shogun's resolutions and format options. Anyone who's shooting video with the a7S has been waiting for an external device to access the Ultra HD capabilities of this camera, as it can't record UHD internally to an SD card. The Shogun records up to Ultra HD from a camera's capable HDMI or SDI output in a 10-bit 422 color space. Now the a7S only outputs an 8-bit 422 signal, but the Shogun records it in a 10-bit space. Now they say no extra color info is added, just registries for 10-bit processing. The UHD footage we captured with this combo was just stunning. You can choose an edit-friendly recording format of the Apple ProRes variety, either HQ, 422, or LT. Atomos is expected to add Avid's DNX HD and a lossless Cinema DNG RAW codec to Shogun's options in the future firmware updates. When you have the Shogun on and connected to a camera, the resolution and frame rate appear on the top bar display. If you just tap the screen, a menu of available formats comes up, including how much room you'll get with your solid-state drive or SSD with each format. Now that's a nice touch because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of how far your media will go. The Shogun is flexible in terms of frame rate with 1080p options up to 120 frames per second. Now, currently the Shogun only records to SSD drives. A list of approved drive types and sizes are at atomos.com. A 500 gigabyte will get you about an hour and a half of recording time in ProRes HQ. What's nice is that Atomos provides you with 5 SSD drive caddies and a sleigh with USB, so you can dump footage to an external drive or computer hassle-free. For recording extra-long 4K videos, a master caddy designed specifically to house 2 hard disk drives in a RAID format is in the works, and so is a CFast adapter. Both of those additional record options should be available sometime in 2015. The user-friendly interface on all the Atomos recorders is really easy to navigate. The record, playback, and menu buttons at the bottom are self-explanatory. The waveform, monitor assist, and tagging features are the same as other Atomos devices, except for one new feature, and it's a good one. Tap the monitor assist icon, that's the one that looks like a bullseye, and some familiar options will pop up, including focus assist, zebra, and a few others. But at the bottom, you'll notice a completely new focus zoom area. Now you can toggle between 1:1 and 2:1 magnification to check your focus. And you can drag your finger anywhere on the screen to check the focus in every corner of your image if you want. The red indicator box shows the section of the screen that you're viewing. This feature makes capturing Tack sharp focus so much easier than just relying on peaking alone. Then you have your waveform monitors with Luma, RGB, vector scope, and vector scope zoom. You can choose how you want these monitors to appear on the screen and their opacity. Now this is a really nice built-in luxury to help you get precise information about your image. A feature that will make life easier for a lot of people looking for an external 4K recorder is the inclusion of both HDMI ports and SDI ports with Genlock. And the Shogun has a built-in converter, so even with the HDMI port, you can loop out via SDI. The HDMI 1.4 connection supports 4K up to 30p and 1080 up to 120p. The HDMI output has a 1-frame delay, which I never found noticeable. Now the 12G SDI output allows you to send 4K footage with just 1 cable, which is super convenient because many devices right now require 2. This is a lightweight plastic device. Some of the other recorders from Atomos are metal and feel a little more sturdy than the Shogun, but those working with a shoulder rig will be much happier with less weight. 2 large fans in the back disperse the heat pretty well, but the Shogun does throw some heat if you use it for 4K capture for a prolonged period of time. When recording, the Shogun will tell you how much time is left on your disc for recording, but the battery life is measured in volts instead of percentage, which isn't as accurate. And speaking of battery life, the small battery that's included only lasted about 30 minutes for me when shooting at 4K. You have to think that a device with this kind of horsepower eats up a lot of battery. You can use the included dummy battery with a D-tap option, but it's going to definitely add weight and externals to your setup. There's also an auxiliary power jack. I like that there are a lot of thoughtful features on the Shogun for video professionals that make working with this device a lot easier. With certain Sony and Canon cameras, you can also trigger record, meaning you can begin recording on the Atomos by pressing the record button on the camera. And you'll find pull-down options. If you want to change the format, just tap on it in the top bar and your format options will come up along with how much recording time you'll have with each on the current disc. Professional audio monitoring controls are included on the Shogun for up to 12 channels of audio, 2 of which are analog. Now, the latest firmware update fixed the playback issues, and I found playback to work flawlessly for me. And of course, there's the case and accessories. The Shogun comes in a hard-covered foam-packed case with 4 extra cavities. All of your power options are in there, along with a battery charger and an XLR breakout cable for the LEMO connector. This pairs the power of capturing professional DSLR audio with just one device instead of including an external audio recorder. What you'll need to get is an HDMI or SDI cable. No cables are included. I wish there was an HDMI protector included because the ports are on the side of the Shogun and I'm worried that they could get yanked out in tight shooting situations. One word of advice: carry a cloth to wipe the screen down because fingerprints really show up on this screen. Also, be patient. This technology is really in the full throe of development, and new cameras are being added to the market all the time that can capture 4K. As this venture grows, Atomos will grow with it, and the Shogun will be updated to work with new cameras all the time. I'm Mia McCormick. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
We all know the difference a great teacher makes. They inspire you, challenge you, and push you to do the things you never thought you could. For creatives, that means you've got to know your tools inside and out, whether it's Photoshop or photography, lighting or Lightroom, InDesign or After Effects. And while there are free videos out there, you have to watch 30 bad ones just to find a decent one. And a lot of times, the techniques are either outdated, complicated, or just plain wrong. What we need is a better way to learn. One that connects amazing teachers with creative people all over the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A thriving educational community with nothing but the most talented, engaging, and respected teachers in the industry. Then we simplify the whole learning process with short, clear, concise classes. That's exactly what we've created for you right here at Kelby One.